Well, buckle up because today is going to be a big one. I'm doing an outdoor fashion campaign for Misato Yukimoto. I have been so excited to work with Misato for quite some time. I've been following her work for a while. Her fashion and her outfits of a design have a bit of a character, a bit of a story to it, and I'm really excited. Hopefully I can showcase it today. Today I will have two models, a makeup artist as well as Misato and her assistant there to help for today. It's going to be a big one. We're doing multiple looks and multiple locations. The best part about this is I'm getting right back into these fashion campaigns, which really excites me. I haven't done it before COVID, before the lockdown days, and when we couldn't really do anything. I used to do quite a bit. I had the opportunity to work overseas in Hong Kong and do some work for a couple of labels over there, which was quite exciting. But post-COVID, I've been more probably focusing on my own photography and stuff that interests me and telling stories, especially through 35mm film. And I get to do some of that today for an outdoor fashion campaign, which I'm really excited for. So really into some things I'm really super excited for. I cannot be more excited. I'm really hoping today that the weather holds out. It has been quite cold and wet here in Melbourne, and as a typical Melbourne weather, 4 seasons in one day and is unpredictable. But it's going to be a big day and it's going to be an epic. For the main campaign, for the look, I'll be shooting with my Nikon F5, shooting Kodak Portra 400, as well as my Nikon Z7 with my digital. But here for YouTube, I will give you a sneak peek a little bit into it. I'll be shooting with my Fuji X106, so I'll put some photos up through the day with that, as well as a couple of rolls through either a disposable camera, through a point and shoot. I haven't yet decided yet, but we'll definitely capture the flavor of the day. It's going to be pretty epic. It's going to be pretty exciting. So please buckle up and let's see where today goes. I sat down with an interview with Misato. First off, thank you very much for today. I'm really looking forward to getting out there and collaborating, so it's going to be a very creative shoot. I thought I'd put together some questions just to sort of ask you to get a bit of a vibe for your fashion. I've been a big follower of it for some time, and I think you do amazing stuff, so thank you very much. So I've got one question is, do you remember the first piece of clothing that made you feel something, and not just in the look, but made you feel different in more for you?
Yeah, definitely. The first collection that I made after leaving the industry just made me feel like who I am, just back to who I am. And then just not because of the design, also all the processes I take, I needed to think about more who I am, what is the purpose to do this, and then just like a thought of all the elements from my side, just like all of my ideas, just like I put them all together, just made me feel like who I am, back to who I am. Yeah.
That's pretty cool, and thanks for sharing. So there's a saying, you can leave home, but home will never leave you. How much of Japan still lingers in your work, and how much have you tried to, I guess, escape it?
That's a good question. I've been living here for 8 years now, but I still, home is always the home. So every time, when I talk to my friends, family in Japan, that's still kind of like I miss my home. But I always bring my home elements, as a Japanese designer, I can just bring all the ideas from Japan, like Japanese phrases, culture, everything inside of me, just bring it into the design. So I'm still with my, it's not physically, I'm not home, but inside of me still, with my, a Japanese society.
Yeah, that's pretty cool, and yeah, your home can never escape you. We both know fashion isn't all about runways, lights, and Instagrams, but what's about one of the gritty, unglamorous moments that sort of shaped your design?
That's a really like a little bit like my personal experiences. I always like making sure whoever I work with, I always like making sure everyone's happy. Also looking after as a designer, also as a person. Whoever like work with, I always like yes, just care about the people, also community. But just because some experiences I had, just like like little bitter experiences make me feel like I want to also just care about people pretty much. Yeah, just like treat people well as a as a member of my crews, and I also assistant anyone like who get involved with my label. I just like make sure I care about them.
That's that makes sense, and I think it's really important, especially in our industry, that caring is important. Probably the last question. So sustainability and slow fashion. It sounds good in theory, but let's be real. What's the hardest part about sticking to those values of sustainability?
In general, sustainability in the fashion is really, really tough just because we use still a lot of paper, lots of fabrics, lots of samples, and also in regard to labor fee in Australia, sometimes it's really hard because if I work hard, that means I need to charge more. If I source the fabrics here, I need to charge a little bit more. So it's kind of all the balance is really, really hard for me. But I'm still working on just like a try and error. But I think I will get there.
Yeah, that's very, very true. Well, again, thank you very much for today. I'm looking forward to getting out the street and taking photos of your designs. It's going to be a creative day and looking forward to what we do. So thank you very much.